started this thing a while back at our belt ceremonies. When we would have our students receive their black belts toward the end of the ceremony, we'd have everybody stand up, and I would say something to the effect of, if any of you want to get your black belt, the most important thing you need to do is not give up. When you've got plenty of good excuses, and when they're your excuses, you'll call them reasons, just don't give up anyway. Don't underestimate the power of a made-up mind. If you just decide you're going to keep going until you get it, it's no longer a question of if, only when. I was hoping to build it up a little bit for those getting their black belts and throw some light on the accomplishment that they've made and the things that they've stuck it out through, but also hoping to motivate their friends who maybe were watching and didn't pass this time and seeing their buddies get their belts without them, and also just for those that were at the very beginning of things to set their mind to what they need to do to get to that black belt. I don't know if it really worked, but it sounded cool, so I just kept doing it. My name is Jason Byrd, by the way, and I'm here to warm up the audience for Mr. Dominic's 8th degree presentation. If you have no idea who I am, that is okay. It just means that Mr. and Mrs. Lacey haven't gotten to you yet with that story about me and the peel and eat shrimp. Getting back to that what it takes to get a black belt thing, and as for any of you that are working for your next degree of black belt, I think I could offer you one more bit of advice. I'm still going to lead with that don't give up thing. But if I could offer you one other bit of help to try to accomplish some big looming goal in the future, I might reference my pastor for a second. He's a pretty smart guy, and he often says he's never seen a person living a truly fruitful life that avoids community. You need people to invest in you and motivate you and inspire you and kick your butt and point out your flaws that you don't want to look at. You may have seen some motivational poster once with a nice naturescape on it, and it said something like, "Everything you need to succeed is within yourself." And if that's all it took to motivate you, fair enough. I, however, must respectfully disagree. I'm convinced that it takes something greater than myself to make me greater than I already am. I don't doubt that there's a spark of greatness within each of us, but as for me, it was pretty much buried under a lot of selfishness, laziness, and a lot of other nesses that I don't want to admit to right now. I think we really need a good community to help pull us along, to keep us accountable, and to keep us working for something more than just ourselves. I myself am a lot more likely to push through some difficulty if I know other people are depending on me than I would if it was all just for me. If you're here in this room hearing this presentation, I happen to know that you are surrounded by a pretty great community. I've known some of these people for over 30 years, and I owe them a lot. Let me say that I am truly thankful for this community and for all of the advice, the motivation, the inspiration, the butt kickings, and I do have quite a bit of video evidence of those butt kickings I received. However, I did edit those out in my video, and I hope that's okay. I think you can do that for your 8th degree too. I also really appreciate those no changes and those critiques on my technique and telling me that I talk too fast when I teach, because I never would have gotten better without all those things. What made it work, though, is I knew that it came from a community that really cared about me and wanted me to improve. If I can suggest to you, stay teachable and stay approachable. Don't make yourself prickly and unapproachable. When you spar with someone, you want them to feel safe and ready to engage with you and give you the best they got, and that's the only way you're going to get better. Likewise, people need to be comfortable enough with you to let you know when they see you going down the wrong path or making some bad choices or just see something you can improve on. As that old saying goes, my faults are like my headlights. Everyone can see them except for me. Lastly, I will say that if you want to get the best that you can out of this great community, the main thing you need to do is invest in other people. As the people around you improve, you'll have to get better to keep up with them. When you show up for a class this weekend, or you go to a tournament or a testing, Don't come in with the mindset of what you're going to get out of it, but what you're going to put into other people. Your example is the most powerful thing that you have to offer. And the energy that you bring helps the people that you're training with, and even the person teaching the class, to do a better job, and you get to go right along with them. I truly hope that you will gain from this community as I have, and that I can continue to serve in the best way that I can. Thank you all so much, and God bless.
Trust you, Lord.